Having the right study habits or techniques is as important as having a map to guide you to your correct location. There are several study techniques that have been highly researched and proven beneficial as well. Hi guys, this is Sneha, finally a medical student. In this video, I am going to be sharing some of such study techniques which I have personally found very useful. And not only that, I'm also going to be sharing some tips that is going to help you incorporate these study techniques into your study routine. One technique that is all the rage for highly improving the learning outcomes is active learning strategies. Instead of passively consuming the information, actively engaging with it has been highly proven to improve the understanding and also in enhancing the retention. This is not a particular single method, but it involves various techniques like maybe actively summarizing the gist of what you just studied, or actively questioning yourself, solving some question banks, writing down the points that you just studied, or maybe even teaching it to someone, teaching it to a friend, or just act like teaching it to someone. So by this active participation, we not only deepen the understanding but also develop critical thinking skills and also help in long-term retention of information. So do try out this active learning techniques next time in your study routine, and it's definitely going to be a more engaging and dynamic learning process. Another highly effective and research backed technique is the practice of spaced repetition. So this innovative approach, it entails reviewing the information at specific duration of time that actually gradually increase over time, which basically means that maybe reviewing the reviewing duration, it increases as time progresses. For instance, some people propagate the idea of one technique where you review the read information the very next day, that is on day one, and after a week and after a month. In that way, it can help you consolidate the concepts in your long term memory. Some other people, they propagate the idea of 2-2-2 technique or 2-1-1 technique. So there are many techniques like that. So by purposefully spacing out your study sessions, you promote long term memory consolidation, and it also reduces your chances of forgetting the crucial information. For me personally, reviewing a particular topic after a particular amount of time, for example, reviewing a topic after 2 days and reviewing that again after a week, it requires a lot of discipline, and that is not something that works out for me. What I do instead is I do the concept of spaced repetition, but I don't set particular intervals after which I have to refer back to a topic. I refer back to it whenever I feel the need to, or if I'm feeling that I'm forgetting a certain topic, or that is a topic that I need to give more stress on. I just open the topic and revise it. If I feel that it is not properly consolidated into my memory, then I review it after 2 to 3 days. But I don't have a set particular duration for each topic. The next concept is utilization of visual elements or visual aids in your learning process. This has been proven to significantly enhance your memory process and also improve memory recall. Research says that incorporating visual elements such as diagrams, mind maps, and charts in your study routine greatly facilitate the organization as well as the comprehension of information by your brain. By making the content, the study material visually appealing, you are more likely to retain it for longer periods of time. For instance, if I just deliver the information to you like this with no expressions and just sitting straight, versus if I engage with you in an active way, if I lay emphasis on certain words and add certain animations, which type of video are you more likely to watch? I'm sure most of you would like the second part of the presentation. So that's what making it visually appealing actually means. So this approach not only makes complex concepts more accessible, but it also stimulates the process of critical thinking and creativity among us. I feel that this adding visual elements in your study routine is an essential part, and I understand it's not possible to always incorporate it and make beautiful notes, especially in time demanding course like MBBS, where time is a limited resource. So I used to make some notes back in the first year or second year when we had lockdown and when we had plenty of time. But now clearly I don't have the time. So what I do is whenever I feel certain topic is volatile, I just make mind maps or visually appealing notes for that particular topic. There. So to be particular, I like to make those small topic or maybe even a table on my tab. So when making digital notes, I can incorporate images directly from the internet. I can use various styles of pens, and it may be a small process. It may be a little bit time consuming initially, but it helps in long term retrieval, and it helps to make mental map of the topic, so that also while writing the notes muscle memory is initiated, and in the whole it is worth it. The next study technique is highly spoken of and rightly so. It is active retrieval or active recall. It is a highly effective study technique that also helps in enhancing your memory. Rather than relying solely on passive methods like rereading the notes and textbooks, actively engaging in testing yourself, asking yourself questions on certain material that you have already read. This can help you break the monotony and enhance the process of long term retention, also of memory retrieval. That is because this active recall helps us form connections between different concepts and help us get a deeper understanding of a particular subject. So, by actively recalling information and retrieving it, we help build stronger neural connections that helps us better recall in future instances. So, a small example of how I used it is in second year of MBS, we have deadly subject called as pharmacology, and it has these crazy classification tables of all the drugs. So I thought I would never able to remember them, recollect them. But the thing is, during the second year our clinical posting started, and after the lockdown, yeah, we had a lockdown, second lockdown during the second year. After the lockdown we had these dermatology postings. During that time my friends had this idea that we are going to learn the pharmacology classification during our postings. So during our dermatology posting we didn't have much work to do, we didn't have much cases to take. Daily we used to allot some amount of time, maybe half an hour, for making a mnemonic or just remembering learning a pharmacology classification table, just one classification per day. And honestly, at starting I didn't think that we would be able to pull it off. But later on, not only learning that, when someone else asks you the question, asks you to tell the classification, we put pressure on our brain to actually think of that, actually go back in time and recall the classification. And that definitely did help me to remember all the classifications in pharmacology. Some we did during the posting, some during the break period in classes. But yeah, all the classifications are mostly learned in college by the help of active recall and asking each other questions and in processes like these. So, incorporating this active recall can be a valuable strategy for you to enhance your learning outcome and retaining info more effectively. Lastly, setting specific goals and creating a structured study schedule can help you improve your focus and maximize your productivity. Breaking down your tasks into manageable chunks can definitely help you maintain your motivation and also prevent your procrastination. To sum it up all, in this video I have talked about research-backed study techniques like active learning strategies, spaced repetition, visual elements in your study routine, active recall, and setting specific manageable goals and breaking them down into smaller chunks. Do incorporate these, and definitely it will make your studies more effective and productive. I hope you found some value in this. If you did, don't forget to share it with anyone who might find it useful as well. Until next time, take care.